Hey everyone, really hope everyone is healthy and able to stay home as much as possible. I know I haven't left the house except for to take short walks in well over a month now, so hope you are all healthy and doing okay. Um, Wanted to make this lesson on something that I've actually been working on for about a year now. Um, and I've actually started working on it with some of my students in the past few weeks over the video lessons that I do, and having a lot of fun with it. So this lesson is going to be about improvising chord melodies. I've spent a lot of time in my life thinking that this was just an impossible skill, and there's one thing that I learned about a year ago that made me realize that it's totally possible and I just need to learn how to do it. And that thing I learned was that I was playing my chords wrong. So let me explain what I mean when I say I was playing my chords wrong. Let's take an example. How about this G7 or G13 chord? If I play this chord like this, I don't have any leeway to improvise, all my fingers are locked up. So if I just flatten this finger out and play these two notes here, I'm playing the exact same notes, but now I have this pinky free. And not only do I have this pinky free, but I have this note. So now I have these two fingers free. To improvise. So the key thing that I think will help you unlock being able to improvise chord melodies is learning ways to voice your chords that just free fingers up to improvise. And it's really that simple. Like, instead of playing this chord like this, play it like this. And that'll allow you to do stuff like this. So let's take the example of the tune that I was playing at the beginning of this video, which was Fly Me to the Moon. I was improvising a chord melody over Fly Me to the Moon. So the very first four measures is 6, 2, 5, 1, A, D minor, G, 7, dominant, and then C major. So let's find some good ways to learn how to voice these chords so that we free fingers up to improvise. So for the first chord, this one's super simple. I used to play it like this all the time. I don't know why I used to play it like this, but this was comfortable and I always played it this A minor. Like that. So now, more often, I just bar it with my first finger. And now I have three fingers that are totally free to improvise. So I can do stuff like this. So same exact principle with the second chord, the D minor. Instead of playing it like this or like this, which isn't terrible, I prefer now to play it like this with this fourth voicing. So it's really just barring the first finger here, root, fourth, seventh, minor third. And now I have these two fingers, and really this finger too, because if I lift up this third, it becomes a ninth. And now I can improvise with that same C major scale. By the way, you've absolutely got to know your scales to learn this. If you're at a point in your playing where you don't know your scales yet, or you don't really know a tune very well, get to that point first, because this is kind of a step up. This is kind of a level above just learning how to improvise solos and comping over over jazz tunes. Also, if you can't comp through a tune quite yet, I would work on that first. So anyway, this D minor 7 here. Now instead of being locked in, where I can just do like, you know, stuff like that, I can play all sorts of melodies. Now, the next chord is the 5 chord, the G7, which we already talked about, but something that I didn't quite mention that I guess I will mention is that you can totally play your altered stuff here too. You know, most of you know who've seen a lot of my videos know that I'm really big on altered lines on dominant 7 chords, so you know, you can play stuff like and then the next chord is C major. So I used to always play this chord like this. And this voicing is just not that great for solo guitar, because like, what can you do to improvise a melody? You can lift your pinky up. You can play the top note here. So you have a few notes available, but what I like a lot better is this voicing. So I'm playing root, and then I'm barring the 2nd fret, and then I'm playing a 9th here with this finger. And this frees me up with my pinky here. So now my voicings are A minor, D minor, G7, so you can see how you might start to come up with little ideas, and you can keep it totally simple, and I would actually really recommend keeping it super simple when you start out. Little melodies like, you know, or maybe all right, well, I hope that was enough to get you all started on learning how to improvise chord melodies on the guitar. So there is a lot more to learn than this, but this is that one thing that I learned that kind of got me from thinking that's like totally impossible to, oh, I can actually learn how to do this, because it just unlocked this whole concept to me that, oh, I just need to rearrange my chords and I need to free up fingers. And that to me was the most helpful thing. So I'll put out more lessons in the future, covering more advanced topics and you know, more chord inversions and all that. But I would highly recommend just spending a ton of time on this and keeping it simple and making up lots of examples, and just really learning how to do this. It's not easy. It will take some time. It took me a few months just to be able to play chords in a different way than I was used to, and improvising simple little melodies and making it through the changes on tunes that I already knew really, really well. So, you know, don't beat yourself up if you find that this is much harder than you expected. All right, real quick before I go, I just wanted to give a quick shout out and give credit where credit is due, because last summer I took a couple of lessons with a guitar player who I think is one of the best at improvising chord melodies. and he taught me this concept. So that guitar player is Tim Lurch. So I'm going to link Tim Lurch's YouTube and Facebook pages down in the description of this video. If you haven't already checked him out, please go check him out. He's really, really great guitar player. Anyway, I hope you all are staying safe and staying inside, and I will see you all next time.